Hi everyone and welcome back to this channel. I can't believe that I finally did this look. So I don't know if you saw my last celebrity inspired makeup look was Dua Lipa. This one here is on my Instagram, which you can follow me down here if you want to see more. But today I decided to do the Kylie Jenner look, and it's this green and pink makeup look, which you can see from here. So I was requested this look and I love it so much. I love introducing new colors to my channel, but also I love how this came out. It came out, not to toot my own horn, but pretty similar. So if you want to see this Kylie Jenner look, probably takes about 10 to 30 minutes, depends on how much you put on your base. But it's very quick, it's very cute for the spring and summertime. So keep on watching, and if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. But if you're an oldie but a goodie, thank you for staying tuned, and you really make my day by being here. But also like, comment what you think about this look, or if I should do anyone else, and let's get straight into the video. Oh my god, do I or do I not look naked? By the way, I'm not naked. I'm wearing my All Pretty Girls Boutique crop top. But anyway, without rambling, which I always do anyway, let's get into the first step, which is priming. And I'm going to prime my face with the Stila One Step Correct Kitten. And the reason why I'm using this is because it has three colors in there. You get like this bluish tinge here, and then you get a beige, and then you get a green, which helps with color correcting. And I don't know if you can see from camera, I've been picking a lot of acne, which I shouldn't do, and that's because I can't help myself. I just go through them days that I pick them. But I need to color correct that because it's going to come through the makeup, which I don't want. But also I have a bit of redness underneath my nose and in between my mouth, so I want to color correct that. I'm going to take one little pump, a tiny pump, and it's the most, like, it's the weirdest color you'll ever see. So it kind of looks like pigeon poo. I know people are like, ugh, why would you say that? But it's such a weird color, and also it looks awful when you put it on. But once you blend it in and, you know, all the colors blend in together, you won't see that much. But I do love this primer. You can see it's already made my skin look quite even. And it's so quick, and it's such a good base, and it's moisturizing, but also it corrects the skin at the same time. So if you're having one of those no makeup day looks like I do most of the day, it's brilliant because it just corrects your base, so you have a really good canvas to work on. So for the flawless base that she has, and I'm looking at her photos at the moment, I've got a screen over there. She has a very flawless glass type skin, which I don't have, but we can recreate that. And I don't want to put too much makeup. I can see that probably Makeup by Ariel did her makeup, so she's got a full-on base. But for me, I'm going for a more natural everyday look. I'm going to go in with the It Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Plus in light medium. And I absolutely love this because it comes with a pump, which is really easy to use. So I just take some, like a tiny bit, and I start rubbing them where I have acne. And right now I have this huge pimple on the bottom and on the side of my face. It's because I keep picking them. And because I'm on a new pill, my god, it's always the first 2 months, 2-3 months, because your body's adjusting to them. It just, all your acne come out. So I'm just gonna put them, basically what I'm doing is I'm putting them under my nose and under my mouth because that's where I have redness, and on the side of my nose just for a bit because I have a bit of a red nose. And then I like to cover in the spots. So right here, as you can see, I've already laid some down, and I do this and I leave it for a bit before blending it out, so it keeps the opacity of it. And I don't know if you've watched my the Dua Lipa makeup look, but it's the same process. My base really doesn't change. I mean, I change primers, but that's probably about it. I don't really change that much of my base makeup because it works for me. I mean, I love trying, don't get me wrong, but if I find a product that I live for, I'm not going to change that because I know it works well for me. So for me, basically my base makeup is something that I never change, and I usually experiment with eyeshadows. That's all the foundation laid. Basically, I've only covered what I really need to cover and what shows up in photos, but the rest of my face doesn't really have that much foundation on my forehead apart from one pimple that I had to cover, and my cheek area doesn't have them. I like to keep my freckles, as you can see. So next I'm going to go into bronzer, and if you've seen the Dua Lipa look, you can skip through and go to the eyeshadow thing because it's going to be absolutely the same apart from the blush and the highlight. What I can see from the photo, she doesn't have a really blingy highlight. So for my bronzer, I'm going to go for the Maybelline City Bronzer in the shade Medium Cool. This is a really good bronzer because it's affordable, but also it works really well. It's got a bit of shimmer, so in the summertime it looks really nice. You look like you've got this dewy skin, but also it bronzes you up in a very natural way. And from what I can see, Makeup by Ariel kind of pulls it towards the corner of her mouth. So that's what I'm gonna do. And the forehead. But can you already see the difference? This side doesn't have any bronzer and this side has, and it already looks more, if you know what I mean. So then now, because she's got such a chiseled cheek, I'm gonna go from the cheekbone going down and I'm gonna carve that. So same on this side, and I'm gonna carve that out just to give some more dimension. And with whatever I have left on the brush, I'm gonna do my nose. So it's lighter coverage, and I'm gonna go a bit more. And I'm going to go in the bottom of my nose. But we finished the bronzer step, and as you can see, I'm very sun-kissed and I'm loving it. And we're going to go into the blusher. You can see that she's got very pink, but a very peachy pink. And I don't know if she's using the Dior blush, which everyone's really raving about right now. But I don't have the money to spend it on that, nor do I want to. So I'm going to get a drugstore dupe, which is the Makeuprevolution blush palette in Hot Spice. And as you can see, it's pretty much used to death. I love it because it comes with 8 different colors, and you get some 2 highlights and you get 6 blushes, and they're amazing. So I'm going to go with this peachy pink tone that's down here. From what I can see from her photo, I can see that it's concentrated on her cheeks. Unlike Dua Lipa brings it up towards her eyes and drags it up so it looks cohesive. Kylie likes to have it more concentrated on her cheeks. That's what I'm going to do. And it really helps if you smile. When you smile, you can see the apples. For me, I look like Anpanman. Let's put a photo of Anpanman. This is a Japanese character that I was raised up watching. And I literally have the cheeks. So, and these are not fillers, by the way. I get asked on my Instagram. And I'm going to drag it up a bit so it doesn't look crazy. Perfect. See, that's really quick, and these blend really quickly. You can buy them at Superdrug, Boots, Makeuprevolution, you can buy everywhere. So I really recommend this, and it's cheap. You get different colors so you can experiment with different textures and highlights. See that she's got a subtle highlight. So I'm gonna take a small brush like this. Well, it's not that small. It's a bit angled, and I'm gonna go with this pinkish chrome. It looks white on camera, but it's got a pinkish tone. And I'm going to just put that subtly on top because it doesn't look like she's got a beaming highlight. I'm going to put that, wrap it under my brow bone. And then I like to do like a heart shape like this. And then just drag it a bit onto the apples. And then let's do the other side. I'm going to put some on the end of my nose because that's what I can see that she's got. And I think she's got some on the top of her nose here a bit. And of course the Cupid's bow, because I don't have Botox and I don't have lip fillers like her. So I want to make them like juicy for later. And my chin, just to keep it cohesive. Can you see it looks perfect? And then I just go on my temples. And I'm just going to go and do a bit in my inner corner just to liven them up. So that was the Makeuprevolution blush palette. So to just keep this all set and locked in, I'm going to use the e.l.f. HD Powder. And this is my recent find that I am obsessed with. I used to use the Coty Airspun, but that smells like granny powder, which I'm not about that. Because you can smell it on you all day. It's very strong and it smells like you're inhaling it. I hate that. So I wanted to try a new powder. I was using the Maybelline mineral powder, and as an oily girl, I mean like I'm oily. You can fry chips on my face. That's how oily I am. That didn't work. And then I used the Primark banana powder. Didn't work either. And this is the only one that I've found so far in the drugstore that has worked. It is white. I'll just say that if you're going to take any flash photography, don't do it. But I don't take flash anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to take a big fluffy brush like this, and I'm going to start by putting it under my eyes. It does have a bit of a white cast, but you can't see it that much, which is okay. But if you really want to look tanned and you don't want anything to make you look a bit whiter, probably go, I don't know if they have another colour that's a bit more yellowish, because that would help make your tan look better. Locks your makeup in all day, which I've never had a powder like that. And I've tried a lot of powders, don't get me wrong. I get sent things in PR, which I'm very grateful for. but being oily, it really seeps through, especially in the summer when it's hot, you're sweating. Let's get into the eye look. I know everyone loves this part, and so do I love doing, more than the face, I like doing the eyes because, you know, it just captures the soul. As what I can see from the image here, I'm gonna put it on screen so you can see it as well. She's got a green cut crease, and then for her, under her eye, she's got this pink, like a strawberry kind of color underneath. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use the Sheglam Cactus Cool palette, and the inside looks like so. We're going to start with the outer eye because then we're going to do a cut crease and then cover that. So I'm going to go for this Sublime Lime, and I'm going to mix the Relationship Status. I don't know if this is going to be too dark or if I'm going to regret it, but I'm going into those two. From what I can see, she basically goes a bit higher than her crease. And don't worry, it looks really light now, and I'm doing that on purpose, just in case I make a mistake, so I can go back and forth, back and forth. And then you just blend it in circular motions. I'm gonna go in with Inner Pickle, which is here. It's like a khaki color, and I'm gonna go on top of that. And I'm just going to start layering colours and blending them out. If it goes into your eyelids, it doesn't matter because we're going to cut the crease with a concealer later, so it's really not going to make a difference. So don't worry if it gets messy, as long as you don't go too up, you're fine. The cut crease, usually I use a concealer to map it out, but today, because I've got these Stila eyeshadows, which, look, they're clickable, they've got magnets on them. It's the Stila Suede shade liquid eyeshadow. You get two sides. So you get the shiny side on this side, which has got a glitter, and then you get the matte side here. I'm going to go with a brush, so I'm going to put this on my hand and then just apply it with one of these. Really thin defined brush because that makes it easier, but when it's round, makes it easier to get into the creases and make a round shape. So I'm going to take some and then put it on the back of my hand here. And what I learned from Nikki Tutorials, which if you put it on your lower lash line and look up, it transfers to the top, so you know where your crease is, so you can kind of use that as a guideline. But I can see hers is more, it's rounder and higher, so I'm probably going to extend that a bit more. And then I'm going to cut that out, and from what I can see, hers looks quite round even to the end. It's not pulled out. These Stila Suede eyeshadows dry really quickly, which I love. But make sure that you do one eye at a time. Don't do two eyes because you're never going to get the other side off. And if you make any mistakes, you're going to have to start again. This is what this side looks like. I'm going to do the other side and come back to you because I cannot do two sides off on camera. I've done both eyes off camera, and on this eye, I don't know if you can see, I added the glitter side of the Stila. So as I said before, it comes with a suede side and a glitter side. When you use the glitter side, make sure you don't keep applying it over and over again onto the same place. It will crack, but also it will take the pigment underneath, so you have to be really quick. One swipe, that's it. Move on to the next. And yeah, that's my advice for these because they work really well if you know how to use them, and I highly recommend them because they stay all day, budge proof, really pigmented, and they just look stunning, as you can see. So yeah, I'll get back to you once this eye is finished so we can move on to the next step. So I've done both eyes now. As you can see, they've got glitter, and I'm just going to make them pop even more. Basically, I'm going to use the Relationship Status, the darkest green that we used before, and I'm just going to trace the cut crease that we did just to make it more prominent and to make it look like a cut crease, because right now it just looks like it blends. So I just want to do that. So I'm going to get a really thin brush like this and just trace over it. And I recommend doing it in sections because it makes it easier, but also if you get it wrong, you can still go back. See, can you see it makes such a difference? This one looks more like a cut crease compared to here. It looks more defined. So I'm just going to do that. And then I'm going to do the other eye. And then I'm going to go with the same brush that we used before to blend it out just a tiny bit on the corners so it looks blended. And this is the top of the eye look done. Now we're going to go for the lower lash line, which I love doing. I've got this palette from Carter Beauty. It's the Warm Velvet palette. And it has this really strawberry pink color, which is called Rioja. It's Spanish for wine here. It's a Rioja wine. I'm going to get the same brush that we did to define the crease. And I'm going to get that, the Rioja shade, and I'm going to wrap it on the bottom. and she brings it all the way to the inner corner. So just drag that there. It looks mental, don't worry. And then we're going to get the same fluffy brush that we used before. Make sure you clean it. If you have another one, do that, but I just use the same one. And then we're just gonna fluff the edges out. I'm gonna get the blushing shade because it's the perfect color in between, so it won't look too harsh. And I'm gonna get that same color that we used as blush and just wrap it under so it blends better. And that is the eye look. We're gonna go into the next step, which is the eyeliner. Oh my god, fingers crossed that I get this straight. So now I'm gonna do the eyeliner look, and I've got this eyeliner from Elfcosmetics. It's the H2O proof eyeliner pen. And this is really good because it lasts all day, it doesn't budge, and as it says, it's waterproof. So if you want to go to the ocean, or you're going to a pool party, or anywhere that it's going to get wet, the weather right now because it's raining every goddamn day, so you can use this. She has a very sleek wing, and it looks like it's very thin in the inner corner, and when it gets to where your eye is in the middle, it comes out, but it's very thin. So inner corner is really thin. I'm going to do it on both sides, so I'm not going to wing it out yet. So now I'm going to take this and I'm going to hold the corner of my eyes so I get like so your skin is a bit tighter. And I'm just going to flick it from the outer corner out, and I'm just going to drag it in really thinly and just fill in. Perfect, see? Then now I have to duplicate this on the other side, so it's like that is what they look like. What I want to do is, because I can see on the inner corner she's got like this lime green inner pop, so I'm going to go with this glowy shade called Skrilla. It's a glitter shade over here. I'm just going to wrap it around here and just make like a little ball here. So I am going to use my Essence Cosmetics I Love Extreme Crazy Volume Brow Mascara. So I'm just going to get that, and I'm just going to coat my lashes and just roll it up. And can you see the difference? This is with mascara and that's without. And then with whatever's left, I don't like to dip again. I'm just going to coat the bottom lashes. I'm going to go into her brows, and she doesn't do a fluffy brow. I'm going to just cover the sparse areas. As you can see, here's quite sparse from picking them. Here's a bit sparse. So I'm going to use the Mellow Cosmetics Brow Powder Duo in Chocolate. And it comes with two colors, so you get a light brown and a dark brown. And what I do is get a really defined brush, and I mix into both the colors. And then I'm just gonna go and fill in the sparse areas, which is usually just the top. And then I'm gonna go a bit on the lower side and do brush strokes, so it mimics the hair. And then the brows are done. So I'm gonna use the Browology Labs Soap Brow and just wet the spoolie. Mine's already wet, and I'm just gonna set them in place. Although they're not fluffy, I still like to use this to set them into place. And then we're almost on the last step, is the lips. So for my lip line, she's got such juicy lips. It looks like a filter. I wish I had them lips, but I'm fine with my face. They wouldn't suit my face anyway. So I'm going to use the Trish McEvoy, I don't know if you pronounce it like this, is the long wear lip liner in Barely There. And this is the perfect peachy brownish nude color. So from what I can see from her lips, quite full on the outside, and they're very round. They're like cushion lips. And then she's got a cupid's bow, but more mellow than mine. So I'm just gonna overline the hell out of my lips. So I'm gonna overline the outside of my lips. For the bottom, she's got lower lip here. You don't need lip fillers. If you have a good lip line, and this one doesn't accentuate anything, which I love. I'm gonna go with this. This is my favorite lip oil, and it's from Revlon. It's the Kiss Glow Lip Oil. It's in the shade Nuditude. I love the names. And I'm just gonna put that all over my lips, but also make sure to put it on top of your lip line a bit so it makes it look real. Because when it's matte, it kind of looks like you've overdrawn, as you can see. So I'm gonna go and flick it up. Can you see already? And it's not sticky. That's what it looks like. And I'm just gonna put more the top lip. And then, final step, to set everything in place, I'm gonna use the Makeuprevolution Sports Fix Extra Hold Makeup Fixing Spray. I'm just gonna shake it. Make sure to shake it, because if you don't, you're gonna get patches. And then close your eyes and then fan it in. This is what the makeup look looks like. And I'll put a photo here. But let's get into the hair, because you can't do a Kylie Jenner look without doing the hair. It's just not fair, is it? You have to recreate the whole thing. So what I can see is that she's got a side parting. I'm gonna just split it with a nail here, and then with whatever hair that I have, I'm just gonna bring it this side. And what I can see, it looks like it's gelled down. So just do a low pony like so. So what I got from Romwe is a hairpiece. It comes like this, it's really long, as you can see here, but it comes with an extra piece on the side that you wrap around so it looks natural. It doesn't look fake, which I like. So I'm gonna clip this clip onto the hairband so it stays there all day in place. Clip it into the hairband, and then you get the extra piece of the Velcro and you just wrap it around so it looks like it's done by a stylist. So this is what the hair looks like. So I'm just gonna brush these pieces so it's comes out a bit more. So this is the trick that I use. I know a lot of people use gel, but I'm going to use the soap brow. So what I used before is the Browology soap brow. I'm going to get that. My spoolie's already wet. I'm just going to coat it in and just get my baby hairs. This is too much, so I'm going to get all the baby hair that I possibly can, and then she kind of wraps it in, and that is her hair look. I mean, how easy was that? It's so cute. She's got hers on the side like so. So I'm just, oh, and make sure you cover your hair when you do that. So this is the complete Kylie Jenner look. Let me know what you think below, or if you've got any recommendations of who you'd like me to do next. But also please subscribe to this channel. I know it's very new, but I love filming content for you guys and you always come up with the great ideas. Please press the thumbs up, but also comment what you think about this look, or if you want me to do any other looks. And I think that's it for this video. So thank you very much for watching till the end, and I hope you had a lovely day, and I'll love you and leave you. Bye!